So today we have a meeting of all of the individuals who've been awarded funding under our Discover programme. Our Discover programme funds those who are undertaking projects in education and public engagement. So today all the participants get to come together to meet, to share best practice, to hear from Science Foundation Ireland about our expectations of the projects, and I suppose to share ideas and have creative thoughts about how we can best engage the public with science.
We need to have a steady stream of young scientists coming through all of the time in all areas.
Overall, the Irish people are really supportive of science and tech and engineering and maths and how it inputs to our lives.
We run a number of directly managed programmes in Science Foundation Ireland. We have the Smart Futures programme, and that's a partnership between industry and government and schools and education. And essentially what it is it's about making available loads of volunteers from science and tech and engineering to the general public, and particular young kids, so that they can see the types of people who work in these areas. So we need to make sure the breadth of all the types of people who work in STEM are visible and available to have access to.
The Discover Programme Call is an annual funding call run by Science Foundation Ireland for projects to engage the public with STEM, which is science, technology, engineering and maths. So we have our call in the springtime, it closes in early summer, and the applications go to international peer review. And we announce the funding by the end of the year for activities to take place in the following year.
CURM is the Science Foundation Ireland Centre for Research in Medical Devices, and we're based at NUI Galway. And basically what CURM wants to do is to make life easier for people who suffer from chronic illnesses like heart disease, Parkinson's or diabetes. CURM aims to develop the next generation of smart implants and medical devices to find solutions to these chronic illnesses. With public engagement and through our programme, we want to engage and inspire the next generation of scientists and engineers. And it's also important for Irish people to realise that for a small country, particularly in the medtech sector and medical device technologies, we're a global leader. There's cutting-edge research happening here on our doorstep, and it would be really good for people to have a little more understanding about that and take ownership and pride in that fact.
SFI has supported us in 2017 for a project called Future Fashion. Future Fashion is a year-long project which will culminate in a runway spectacle of fashion, science, art, design and technology, which will happen at the Festival of Curiosity in July 2017. Wearable fashion and tech is one of those areas where scientists and designers can work together on something really cool and interesting that can be of relevance to all of us.
So the project is aimed at children and young people from disadvantaged areas and disadvantaged schools, so schools in the DESH scheme. So we run 4 main strands of the project. So we have workshops with schools. We also run after-school workshops with kids from the local area. For the junior age groups then we run science magic shows, and then for the adults we run a sci-fi movie night. So it was piloted in 2011. We started off with a group of 25 children, and we've received SFI funding for the last 4 years or so. And in 2016 we worked with just over 2,500 children. And without SFI funding that would never have happened. I mean, it's been really important in allowing us to develop the project.